Hi everyone, Marla Miller from marlamiller.com presenting another quick query critique. This is our 88th, I believe. For those of you who have been frustrated at marlamiller.com because the queries don't match the clicks on the right don't match the clicks on the left, I know I'm trying to get it fixed. But for those who just want to see the query letters, all of them are on my YouTube account, and I offer the YouTube URL in every newsletter now so that you can just go right to YouTube to watch the video critique. The letters aren't posted there, but you can hear everything that you would hear on marlamiller.com and maybe not be so frustrated. My apologies. Okay, my printer is out today, so I'm reading from my other computer. It's just one of those days, you know? Other glasses. Dear Agent, I'm seeking representation for my completed 49,000-word memoir, Life with Perot. At 6 years old, I should have been living a normal life like any other child. Instead, I found myself watching pornographic movies and being molested by the man who helped bring me into this world, my own damn father. The memoir of Blank, who at the age of 6 years old, incest became her first real sexual experience by her biological father. At the age of 8, she finds the courage to tell her mother about the abuse, and her father was sentenced to life with parole. Even when the perpetrator is caught and punished, her life swirls out of control, damaging her teen years to adulthood. With the emotional denial of molestation, she fails to realize how it is shattering her life and behavior. She became involved with multiple men. She became involved with multiple men, joining a gang, committing criminal activity daily, and leading a negative lifestyle that landed her in and out of jail. She was the innocent victim to a violent crime, and sadly, the reaction to her personal trauma came with a price that she had to pay. This book tells a powerful story and contains raw material, but is educational in many aspects. So the reader is not only drawn into the story, but learns life lessons as well. She expressed the real-life emotions of being molested. Blank survived her ordeal, and she found a voice. Although she has found a more healthier lifestyle and is healing, she realizes that at the end of the day, she received the same sentence her father got, life with parole. The market for this book will be mothers, fathers, every child abuse survivor in the world, readers of memoir genres, and for all who want to protect their greatest treasures in the world, in life, their children. My topic of national interest demonstrate that I am the expert to write this book, as incest is one of the subjects that can't in many ways be described without first-hand experience. I am an active member of the nation's largest anti-sexual assault organization, RAIN, which is Rape, Abuse, Incest National Network. Also a member of a smaller organization in Blank, which is a small support group supporting child abuse survivors. I speak at different conferences and workshops around Blank to help bring healing to many child abuse victims in the world. Thank you for your time and consideration. I look forward to hearing from you sincerely. Okay, so what do I think of Life with Parole? Well, first of all, I really like the title because I like the way she connects it with her father, the perpetrator of this crime. So I like that. That resonated for me when she made that link in the query, and I think she did that in the third paragraph. A couple of things though that I need to tell this author. This query letter is filled with a lot of copy edit issues, and there's grammar that isn't correct, and she also has she's also writing in first person here, and then she flips to third person. So in a query letter, it's a good idea to just keep it in one voice. And so she goes from I to she. She may want to do this query letter in she all the way through. She identifies herself as the, it's her memoir, so she's that little girl. But if it's, sometimes it's easier to write in third person than it is in first person. And if she wants to do that in a query letter, which is a business letter, I think that that's okay. But I would encourage her to use either I all the way through or she all the way through. definitely needs to copy edit this query letter. It really is in need of, quite a bit of attention. Um, it was a hard letter to read. And given what's going on in our country right now, um, these kinds of stories there's just too darn many of them, aren't there? Um, and so these kinds of memoirs and these kinds of books are important, and we need to know just what happens to these poor kids, after the perpetrator is caught. And so that about this book I really, really like, because everyone is given a life sentence here, including the victim. And I think that that's the strongest part of this memoir. I don't know that I've read any memoir that has that point of view stated as clearly as she does in one of the paragraphs here. Um, that said, I think the third paragraph, let me see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the fourth paragraph down when she, says all the terrible things that happened to her as a consequence of being victimized. You might want to cut that down just a little bit. And maybe spend a little bit more time um, talking about the, perhaps when he was caught, when she told her mother and he was caught. You might want to hook us with that. Maybe a bit of a dialogue to open this memoir. It's just a suggestion. You can go ahead and pitch this as is after you clean it up. Make sure that if you're not a good copy editor, just make sure somebody looks this over and really, cleans it up, because an agent will look at that and say, gee, this is a good idea, but can this writer write it? Because if this writer could write it, she wouldn't have so many, when you send query letters with a bunch of mistakes in them, then agents right away think, does this person have the chops? I like her platform very much. She's got a platform. She speaks. She goes to conferences. Good on ya. That's all great. Keep all of that. I just would like to be hooked a bit more. I think that the first sentence in the second paragraph is terrific, but I think maybe that second paragraph, if you can hook us with maybe, at age 8, she tells her mother, and he goes to prison, and does she continue to spiral out of control because now her mother's a single parent, and even though her mother did the right thing, life is even harder? I mean, I don't know. This is a really complicated issue, and I don't want to get off on my community mental health nursing tangent, which I could very easily, but I like it. I think that she needs to clean it up. She might want to hook us with a little bit more of what happened right after she had the courage to tell mom. And then I would look for memoirs that are written about really tough times in life, and go and look on the acknowledgement page of those memoirs and for agent names, because I think not every agent's going to want this, but given what's going on in our country, that I don't think is going to go underneath the or fade away from media attention anytime soon. I think this is a good time to pitch this. So I hope that's helpful. And until the next time, be well, keep writing.